Toki is a side-scrolling platform arcade game that was developed by TAD Corporation and released by Fabtek in 1989. The game is set in a prehistoric world and follows a young caveman named Toki who must rescue his girlfriend Mio after she is kidnapped by the evil voodoo sorcerer Bashtar. Toki was notable for its colorful graphics, smooth animation, and challenging gameplay that distinguished it from other platformers of the time. The origins of Toki can be traced back to the late 1980s when TAD Corporation, a Japanese video game developer, wanted to capitalize on the popularity of side-scrolling platform games. The Nintendo Entertainment System had sparked a renaissance in the platform genre with games like Super Mario Bros., so TAD decided to develop its own platformer that could compete. However, the company wanted to differentiate its game from the Knights and Mushrooms of the Mario series. This desire for originality led the designers to settle on a prehistoric setting, drawing inspiration from classic caveman cartoons like the Flintstones. Toki's development was headed by character and graphic designers Tomoyoshi Miyazaki and Masanobu Endo. Their goal was to craft a uniquely colorful prehistoric world filled with jungles, dinosaurs, lava pits, and stone architecture. Miyazaki designed the titular character Toki as a small but fierce caveman armed with a stone axe, while Endo created other characters like the gargantuan boss dinosaurs and the sinister Bashtar. The levels and environments were designed to be more interactive and exploration-based than traditional side-scrollers, with secret rooms and multiple paths. One of Toki's most distinguishing features was its smooth animation created by dedicated animators. The characters had a bouncy, cartoon-like motion that brought life to the prehistoric setting. Toki himself had a wide range of fluid movements, from running and jumping to swinging his axe and shooting bubbles from his mouth. The energetic animation aligned with TAD's desire to make a fast-paced, exciting platformer. On the audio side, composer Kaoru Okashiro created an upbeat soundtrack fitting of the jungle environments. The music emphasized woodwinds and percussive instruments like xylophones and marimbas to evoke a tribal, primitive vibe. Sound effects like dinosaur roars and stone smashes further immersed players in the prehistoric world. After a year in development, Toki was released in arcades worldwide in 1989 by Fabtek, a major American arcade game publisher. The arcade cabinet sported colorful jungle graphics and two wide buttons for intuitive control of running and jumping. Toki quickly gained attention for its vivid graphics, addictive gameplay, and distinct setting. While it lacked the iconic status of Mario or Sonic, Toki still found popularity in arcades and was ported to several home consoles like the Nintendo Entertainment System and Sega Genesis. The game's premise was straightforward but engaging. After Toki's girlfriend Mio is kidnapped by the evil sorcerer Bashtar, Toki must chase after them through jungles, caverns, and volcanoes. Armed only with his trusty stone axe, Toki had to jump over obstacles, defeat minions like bats and snakes, and collect magical icons to increase his power. The levels culminated in intense battles against Bashtar's massive dinosaur henchmen. Though simple, the plot gave context and motivation to the platforming challenges. Toki distinguished itself through its gameplay. Controlling Toki felt snappy and responsive, lending well to the quick reactions needed to time jumps and dodge enemies. The environments were more vertically oriented than other platformers, requiring more climbing and descending. Secret rooms encouraged exploration to find items and one-ups. While not overly difficult, Toki provided a healthy challenge, especially with enemies that quickly respawned. Players of all skill levels could enjoy reaching the later levels and finally rescuing Mio. Being developed by a small Japanese company, Toki never achieved the iconic status of American franchises like Mario or Sonic. However, it left a unique mark on arcade gaming in the early 90s and found a dedicated fanbase charmed by its color and personality. While TAD tragically went bankrupt in 1992, Toki lived on through console ports and even a pseudo-sequel called Juju Densetsu. For many players, Toki was a fresh, lighthearted adventure that encapsulated the fun and challenge of arcade platformers. In recent years, Toki has enjoyed a bit of a comeback thanks to the retro gaming revival. The game was featured in compilations for modern consoles like the PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch, allowing new generations to enjoy its classic gameplay. Fans still praise it for its smooth animation, bubbly personality, and challenging level designs. While the arcade industry has declined, Toki's legacy persists as a creative platformer that broke from gaming norms in its day. The creation of Toki was an ambitious effort by TAD Corporation to establish themselves in the competitive arcade market. By focusing on smooth animation, color visuals, and exploration-based levels, they succeeded in crafting a unique platforming experience. Toki himself embodied the lively spirit and challenge of old-school arcade games. Though not as iconic as Mario or Sonic, Toki carved out a distinct identity through its caveman hijinks and vibrant style. For arcade fans, Toki stands as an enduring example of how small developers could think outside the box and deliver fresh experiences. Nearly 25 years after its release, Toki's journey still provides a colorful, engaging adventure for retro gamers.